All right, it's time now to welcome a man who's made a big splash in the sports media here in the new sports and entertainment capital of the world. Of course, I'm talking about Las Vegas. He's the program director at Lotus Broadcasting, which means he is the man over all the great sports content on the radio that they pump out. ESPN Radio, Fox Sports Las Vegas, 12:30 a.m. The Game, and of course, Raider Nation Radio, in which he is also a co-host with Vinny Bonsignori. I'm talking about none other than your boy Q, a.k.a. Qiant Myers, my man. How you doing?
I'm great, man. Thank you for having me here. This is awesome. This is awesome. I feel at home.
You feel at home?
Yes.
You're from the Bay. I'm from the Bay. You are at home. You are at home.
I am. I'm feeling great here, man. I love it.
Cool.
I love it.
First thing I got to say, congratulations on the gig.
Thank you.
How has Las Vegas treated you so far?
Man, I'm telling you, I love Las Vegas. Being a guy from the Bay, then going to Texas, then being in Las Vegas. I mean, like you said, I'm at home, but this is just so much fun, and there's always something going on. And as much as I want to do everything, I can't even do everything.
There's not enough hours in the day.
I'm working on it, though. I'm working on a plan to have 27 hours.
Oh, when you find that out,
I'm going to pass it along to you.
Please do.
Because you're the man around town, too.
I'm the man sitting next to the man.
Man, come on.
The man sitting next to the man.
Where can I get one of those suits at?
You got to talk to one of our sponsors.
Well.
You know what? This is an opportunity really quick. Kind of let the folks know, man, that are watching Sports Night right now, what you guys have going on over at Lotus that they need to know of.
Well, Raider Nation Radio 920, obviously the flagship station for the Raiders, is huge. I mean, it's just huge. We're just wall-to-wall Raider content, and the Raiders are huge here in Las Vegas. Of course, the Vegas Golden Knights are here. Of course, UNLV is here. But, I mean, when you have a team that's iconic like the Raiders, it's just boom. It just takes it to a whole nother level, you know. So that's just what we're doing, you know. Okay. We're just really wall-to-wall Raider coverage, training camp, you know, preseason. Now the regular season's here. Monday Night Football's right around the corner. I mean, are you serious? So we have a lot going on, man. It's just so fun to be a part of.
I got you. And a dream gig for you, a guy who grew up in the Bay Area, loved the silver and black, and now you actually get paid.
Right.
You actually get paid to talk about the silver and black.
I used to argue the silver and black in the barbershop.
For free.
That's how it got started. You know, arguing, defending the Raiders in the barbershop with other 49er fans and other fans. And, you know, and it's just like, now I'm doing this professionally. Like, are you serious? Where do they do that at?
We're going to pay you for where they do that at.
I'm just blessed, man. I'm just blessed.
I got you.
It's unbelievable.
So with that being said, I mean, you're the sultan of segue, the man that's giving me the segue for my next question. The Raiders, they have Monday Night Football taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
Yes.
How, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you believe that they will make the playoffs this season with the team that they have? I'm starting with that one first.
Right. Mike Mayock brought it up.
He did.
He brought it up, and so that's been the conversation, you know, and it's year 4 with John Gruden, so you have to get to the playoffs, right? You have to get to the playoffs. So I'm looking at a 17-game season. I'm thinking you have to win 11 or 12 games.
Okay.
That's a huge jump from winning 8.
It is.
You know what I mean? A lot of teams don't go from 8 to 12, but I think with the young team that they have, the young players on defense especially that they have, that's where it's – look, man. Offense is solid. You know who Darren Waller is and Derek Carr is. The defense has got to be there.
Man, see, that's a whole bunch of questions I have to follow up because all the stuff that you just mentioned, I want to touch each and every one.
Right.
First, we'll start with John Gruden.
Yes.
You just said it's his 4th season.
Yes.
What kind of pressure should John Gruden be under if they do not make the playoffs this year? He's John Gruden and everything that comes along with it, but still, $100 million.
I think you asked a great question. What kind of pressure should he be under?
Yes.
I think there's 2 different answers. I think he should be under some pressure. I don't think he will be under any pressure.
Agree.
You know what I mean? There's a fine line. But, I mean, just a professional. I think he has more pressure on himself than anyone else could put on him.
True.
He wants to win.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we're all guys that want to be the best at what we do no matter what field we want to do.
Yeah.
And John Gruden is no different. He's as competitive as anybody.
Okay.
He wants to win. So I think the pressure he puts on himself is as much as Mark Davis could put on him or anyone else could put on. I'll tell you this, Raider Nation, they're going to put pressure on him. They're going to turn the heat up, you know, and I think he knows that. As much as Raider Nation loves him, as much as he loves Raider Nation, he gets it.
So do you see any scenario in which Mark Davis is like, you know what? I mean, I'm giving you all this bread.
Right.
It's guaranteed though, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Is there any scenario in which he's not here is it 10 years?
Yes. No. The only scenario where he's not fulfilling the whole contract is if he decides to walk away.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Okay, I got you. All right.
I just think that, and you know, the good thing is, Brian, that Raiders need that. They need consistency. How many years between Gruden and Gruden was there rotating door on coach?
Yeah.
You got to have consistency. Now, I mean, if you're just losing, okay, you got to make a change.
Yeah.
But, I mean, look at Jason Garrett in Dallas, how long he was there, and he was an 8-8 guy. but he was there.
Yeah.
And he was consistent.
He was just there.
He was just there. He was there.
He was
just there.
Sorry, Cowboy Nation.
There's no such thing.
Oh yeah.
There's no such thing.
No, I
There's
know,
no such thing. That's another conversation.
That is another conversation. That is another conversation. How about this? And this is something that Raider Nation definitely wants to hear. Well, maybe they don't want to hear this. Derek Carr, can people please get off of his back? I'm one of those people. I have my opinion of Derek Carr.
Right.
The fact that the reason that they have not gone to the playoffs and the reason that why they have not done well has absolutely nothing to do with Derek Carr, in my opinion.
No, you're right. And it's so funny. Raider Nation gets upset. And of course, he's the quarterback. So he's going to be the guy. It's the head coach and the quarterback.
Yeah.
Those are the only two people that actually have the
Seems like a lot is
win-loss
falling
record.
on one of those guys, though.
Well, yeah, always. And then you're in a division with Patrick Mahomes. And now you have Justin Herbert that looks like he's going to be the real deal truth. But with Derek Carr, and I've been critical of him before because he's not mobile, not very mobile. He's athletic. Let's put it like that, but he's not just going to cut it up and down the field, up and down. But he can keep plays alive with his legs.
He can.
He can, and he did that last year. He did that last year, something Rich Gannon pointed out a couple times.
Yes.
He needs to be able to keep a play alive.
Yeah.
So I think his biggest thing is just ball security in the pocket.
Okay.
He doesn't throw a lot of interceptions. He just has to secure the rock.
You got to secure the rock.
You got to hold on to the rock in the pocket. But I mean, the guy throws for 4,000 yards. He throws 25, 30 touchdowns a year. I mean,
and he doesn't throw a lot of interceptions.
And he doesn't throw a lot of interceptions. And he understands what John Gruden wants.
Man.
And I think that's the biggest key is that he understands what John Gruden wants. And Raider Nation doesn't understand that sometimes.
I don't think they understand that.
Throw the ball down the field. Throw the ball. He doesn't always want you to throw it down the field. He wants you to take what's there.
And secure the rock.
He's got to do that.
He fumbles it from getting sacked or trying to run,
right.
But he doesn't throw a lot of needless interceptions, which he's not Jameis Winston.
Right. No, 30 for 30.
Yeah.
No, he's not a 30 for 30.
Okay, so the Raiders have made a lot of changes. To me, I have an idea of what I think their biggest move has been, but what has been the biggest move that the Raiders have made this offseason?
Well, the guy standing on the sideline with the DC hat on.
Wow.
Gus Bradley.
Going with Gus.
Gus Bradley, yeah.
Okay.
He's the biggest key.
Okay.
He's the guy that's been tasked with fixing the defense because that is the Achilles heel. So if that's your job, if you're coming in there to turn water into wine, you've got to, you know what I mean?
Perfectly stated.
You know what I mean? Like that's the toughest job. How do you turn water into wine?
Yeah.
There's a lot of folks running around Vegas trying to figure that out too.
Yes, but you have to be that man. Is he that man?
He's being asked to be.
Okay.
But they have talent. There's talent. That's the thing. Is that you just have to know how to use your talent. Jonathan Abram, for example, he's a guy who shouldn't have been playing center field. He should be playing up in the box.
Yes.
Where is he going to play this year? Up in the box.
Yes.
I mean, sometimes it's not even difficult. Sometimes it's simple math.
I got you.
But sometimes we try to make it more difficult sometimes. We try to overthink things.
I like that.
2 + 2 is 4. We don't have to go 2 + 2.
2 + 2.
Minus 4, carry the 0. I mean, you don't have to do all that. It's a simple part.
I got you. I like that. We want the DC to be JC. You like that? I just thought that just
I like
now.
that. I like that. Hey, man, stick with me, man. Me and you, we could be all right. We can work this out.
I like that. Well, the DC to be JC.
Right.
Okay. Now, as far as on defense,
yes.
Do you believe that he can be JC and the fact that to be the 30th ranked defense last year to at least get up to 15 or higher?
15 or 16, yeah. I think he can. I think Unique Ngakoue is going to be huge.
Man.
Big free agent get, a guy that I thought should have been with the Raiders at least a couple years now, even when he was in Jacksonville. Just didn't think he was a good fit there, and obviously the contract situation. Now he's with the Raiders.
Yes.
Great. Him and Max Crosby, you've been at training camp. You've seen they're like blood brothers.
Yeah.
They stick together. I think he's going to elevate Max. Max is going to elevate him. I think the biggest key to this Raiders defense is what are they going to get in the middle?
Okay, yeah.
What are they going to get in the middle?
Do they have any guys that aren't injured?
Yeah, I mean, Gerald McCoy is there. Jonathan Hankins.
You mean middle on the line?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the linebackers too.
Okay.
And bringing in KJ Wright, which is not 100% official yet, but I mean, once it is, that's great. They brought in Denzel Perryman, another guy that's a Gus guy. I mean,
Two Denzels on one team.
Right. When does that happen? That doesn't happen too often.
No, but yeah.
Now all we need is to see Denzel Washington come in and hang out at the game.
Oh, man.
My man.
I like that. My man.
My man.
Okay, so you think that with Max and Unique Ngakoue, I think that I agree with you. I agree. I think they've had reservations in the backfield.
Right.
They're having a party back there, and Max says he has his reservations already set.
Right.
Okay, got you there. As far as Mike Mayock saying that this is a playoff team.
Yeah.
Do you think that this is a playoff team?
I do. I really do. Now, how are you going to get there is the question. You know what I mean? I mean, they beat the Kansas City Chiefs. We know Kansas City is the cream of the crop when it comes to AFC West. I mean, unless you're just want to live underneath a rock, that's fine. I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
I'm a realistic dude.
You live in the real world.
Yeah, AFC West goes through Kansas City. But that being said, they went to Kansas City and won a year ago and had a chance to win at home and didn't get it done. And that goes back to the defense again.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you split, even if you split with Kansas City, you obviously want to sweep them. But if you split with them, you have a fighting chance.
You're doing big things.
Yeah, I mean, you win the games that you're supposed to win. And then there's the games, the 50-50 games, you take a couple of those and then, you let the chips fall where they may. If the Raiders go and win 11 games this season and don't make the playoffs, it's still a great season.
Agreed.
I would like to see the team go to the playoffs. They would like to see them go to the playoffs. They all want to be in the playoffs. But like Miami, they won 10 games last year and didn't make the playoffs.
That's right. And
so
they beat the Raiders too.
And a game they shouldn't have.
You are correct, sir. You are correct, sir. They did not have JC as the DC in that game.
No. They had some other guy.
Yeah, and the OC in that game. I don't know if they did the.
Look, man, if you're winning and you pull the guy's helmet while he's throwing the ball and you complete a pass deep and you get a 15-yard penalty on top, I mean, that game shook out so bad.
Yeah, no, that was
so bad.
I remember watching that in the press box. The Miami Dolphins beating the Raiders going down. That game was terrible.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. This season, fans in Allegiant Stadium for the very first time. We've seen it with UNLV.
Yes.
Not at full capacity, but they had the ability to do that.
Yes.
How pumped are you to go to the Death Star on Monday Night Football, nationally televised?
You know, the thing about this is I was pumped until I went to the Vegas Kickoff Classic. And I saw all those BYU fans there, and they started chanting BYU, and it got so loud. Ooh. Immediately I thought, what could Raider Nation do here? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I started thinking. Ooh. When BYU started chanting BYU and all that sea of blue was in there, I thought, oh man, the Raider Nation they can have a field day.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, a couple of those games that we talked about from 2020, Allegiant Stadium had fans in it. I think it goes a different way.
Gotcha.
I mean, and of course that goes for road games too. It could be different. When they were on the road and won some games, like Kansas City might have been a little tougher.
Yeah. They actually had half fans, I think.
Yeah, but it was only a handful of them.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can always look at the good for you or look at the good for the team and then look at the But I'll like I said, be realistic. I think Raider Nation would have helped at Allegiant Stadium last year, and I think they're going to really help this year.
Gotcha.
I really do.
Gotcha. You may not know this, and I wish somebody could tell me. Are they ever going to open up the window in Allegiant Stadium?
I'm sure they will. I don't know when, but I'm sure they will. I mean, you got to have a window. You got to open it. If you have a window, you got to open it, right?
Yeah, 2 + 2 is 4, huh?
Exactly. I have had windows that didn't roll down, though. I guess so. Maybe not. You ever had that tricky back window in your car that doesn't roll down?
We're not talking about the buckets right now.
I've had that one. It was in a nice car.
Okay, all right. They have a window, they should open it. I agree. I completely agree. Your boy Q doing his thing, talking about Raider Nation Radio, talking about the silver and black. And you don't just cover the Raiders. I mean, you are the program director over everything, so you go to everything. You go to UNLV, you go to Aces, you go to all that stuff.
Man, the Aces, what a fun time out, right?
Yes.
That's a fun experience.
Yes.
I was told if you go to one Aces game, you'll go to another one. Well, I've been to one. I'm definitely going to go to another.
No,
That's
absolutely.
a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Lots of fun.
You know their flagship station in this market?
Yeah, ours.
I'm talking about television.
Oh, just kidding. Yes, you know what? I saw you and Jesse on the big screen.
Oh, okay.
That's right. I said, man, who's that? Who's that good-looking dude up there, man?
He's not talking about you, Jesse.
No. No, I wasn't. No. Yeah, you guys are up on the screen. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a good thing, man.
We're all about the Las Vegas Aces here.
Man, I love it. There's so much good sports. I mean, everything that's going on, but the Aces are so much fun to watch and a really good team.
Yes.
Playoff team right there. That's a playoff team. So who knows how long they're going to be playing, but man, that's fun. I'm going to get back out to another game. I'm everywhere, man.
You're
I'm like
everywhere.
a stop sign.
You're like a stop sign?
I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be like a stop sign. Stop signs are all over town.
All over the place.
That's what I'm saying.
Man, this guy, your boy Q, he's got punchlines for you. You sure you're not a rapper?
No, I was a hype man.
You're the hype man?
Every good rapper has a good hype man.
You're Flavor Flav.
No.
He's the best hype man ever.
Yeah, but he's
ever.
I know, but when you think Flavor Flav, you don't think like we do when Flavor Flav was coming up. Now you think Flavor Flav like Flavor of Love and him kind of.
I don't, because I'm an old school hip.
That's what I'm saying. Me too. But some youngsters are gonna be like, oh, Flavor Flav, he don't want to be him.
Yeah.
So But yeah, that's who I was.
Yes.
I was the hype man.
And he's a Las Vegas resident.
Yes.
As
Shout
well.
out to him.
Yeah.
Shout out to Flavor.
I met him a few times. He is the nicest dude ever.
Hey man, he was great.
Yeah.
And I love me some Public Enemy.
Yeah. And
Don't get me started.
You took half your boy EQ.
Nah. I didn't do that. I didn't do that, man. I just went with something that rolled.
Okay. All right.
All
right. Well, your boy Q, Keon.
There he goes.
Keon, yes, the program director at Lotus Broadcast. They have a number of stations. Check it out. Obviously, Raider Nation Radio is something you want to check out as well. I appreciate you coming in and hollering at your guy.
Hey, man, thank you. Thanks for having me. It's awesome. I'm trying to be like you.
Anyway.